Hello and welcome everybody to this XTB Market update. My name is Walid Koudmani, Chief Market Analyst for XTB. In this brief video, we're going to be covering the situation on the precious metals market, taking a look at some of the more interesting assets on this market, including gold and palladium. So we'll start today's analysis with gold, taking a look at the chart. And as you can see, there's also US dollar index overlay, which I like to overlay with the gold. So strictly on the technical point of view, on the hourly chart, we can see gold approaching the lower limit of the Ichimoku cloud after a sideways movement. Now, testing the support around 1934, significant downward move seen last week and also this week, under pressure as risk appetites increased, favoring some stocks and favoring riskier assets. Gold maintaining its safe haven asset status, although of course things change and it's not quite that linear. As markets were reassured following the banking situation, we saw a decrease in demand, but at the same time being able to find a support, at least in the short term, around this area here, 1945. Again, psychological levels tend to be important. If we put it up even further, around 1950, currently trading around 1962. And $1,960 could be an interesting point of view or level to keep an eye on. And then on the higher side, you can see 1,970 potentially acting as an area of interest as well. Sideways movements and coinciding with the Ichimoku cloud. Now, coincidentally, we also have a decrease in the US dollar index, but a bounce back on that end as well, we can see. So you can see they are quite inversely proportional and inversely correlated, at least obviously, again, as correlations go, it's not a one-to-one thing, but it is interesting to have multiple charts, which the X station allows you to do. And on a fundamental level, we can take a look at the news section here with a commodity wrap article, which you can find more details on the news section. And it gives you some more interesting as well data on the markets. So let's take a look at gold benefited from a drop in US yields. Positioning shows a significant shift in investor attitude. And ETFs, gold holding rebounded significantly. ETFs, as we know, and as we've talked about before, a huge source of gold demand, so very worth keeping an eye on. And of course, for that and much more, stay up to date with the XTB news section. Briefly, let's take a look at the palladium market, which, again, palladium price trading up below the 200 SMA, even though it tested it and acted as a resistance several times, so interesting. And then the 21 SMA, also an interesting point where the price has been moving sideways, bouncing down around 1375 and then rebounding, as you can see, multiple times acted as a support once again. And it's not guaranteed that these, obviously, support levels hold. Nothing is guaranteed, but it is interesting to note that sometimes the same levels tend to act as price of interest, which means that there might be demand buyer zones or supply zones. And this seems to be the case, at least at the moment. But again, we have to see, as you can see, sideways range for about a week and a half. And then, but a breakout could mean maybe a change in direction or perhaps a false breakout. So there are very numerous scenarios that can play out. Again, on the higher scale, you can see testing the upper limit around 1458. So quite a significant move from the top to the bottom is about almost 5.5%. Again, very interesting, and we will keep you up to date with XTB. So from a technical point of view, interesting levels. Again, if you are trading this market, stay up to date with XTB and the news section, and good luck with your trading.